weekday, schedule something, probably take a look at the house, and let's get this moving forward.
Fantastic. So you called the guy. You presented the offer range. He went for 75,000 on this one. And
Yep,
you have photos. Where are we at with this one?
I do not have photos of this one. I did tell him that whenever you do get the chance to send me the photos as soon as possible,
Mm-hmm.
that helps out drastically. And he said, okay, I'll look for them right now.
Okay, so is this the one, the 5 bed one, or what was the deal with this one?
Yeah, this is the 5 bedroom.
Okay, what were we were running numbers yesterday? What did we come up with that we thought we could list this one for?
We came up on, I think, very low 100s. We said we could make this work out, maybe.
All right, let's take a look at the map. And of course, we got Aaron in here, local Louisville guy, the king of Kentucky,
Uh,
as is
hey,
Aaron. So I'll pull it up here, and of course, he can give us feedback as well if he's around. So the properties in this area here, I guess this is considered still that west end of Louisville. But I figured I'd come look at what's for sale. Let's take this off, and then we'll pop up.
What does it need?
there's some interior, I'm assuming. From what I mean, he said the interior was done, but it was done a little bit a few years ago. But apart from that, he said
What's he been doing with it?
I had to rent it out.
When did it go vacant?
It still hasn't went vacant, but he has a tenant in there with the expired lease that's doing month to month.
And how much are they paying?
I think middle, I think 1.5 thousand five hundred.
Looks like it needs paint, carpet.
$1,500 a month. What are people usually paying for that type of cash flow out there?
In this area, you want it as cheap as possible. Yeah, I mean, if you can get 1,500 and pay 75 and not have to put a penny into it, then there might be something there. But it really comes down to the repairs. If it's rent ready and it doesn't need anything, then you could definitely spark some interest if it's like legit 1,500 a month. Are they Section 8 or how many beds and baths is it?
This is a 5 bed, 2.5 bath. He sent me a picture. I'll drop it in the side chat. He said I don't have pictures, but at the time when I was doing it, this is what all the house looks like. The walls and the tiles.
We looking in the side chat?
Another thing we can do.
Yeah, I'm dropping it.
Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
Just gonna say, I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. Another thing we can do is look at what Section 8 would pay for a 5 bed, 2 bath house. That zip code, if I can find it.
Okay. What was this guy's motivation?
He's getting rid of the majority of his rental properties.
Mm-hmm.
He's gotten rid of all of them at this point. And he has a couple left, but he said the other one has too many problems and whatnot, and too much mortgages and liens. And can
Why does
understand.
he want to get rid of them?
That I'm not too sure on. He
So he
doesn't.
had liens on one. Is there any liens on this one?
No, I don't think so. This one's free and clear. He doesn't live there anymore. Also, so I'm assuming
Did
that's
you
the
ask him?
motivation. About the liens?
Yeah, it's not a big
Um,
deal.
I don't know. I'm checking my notes. I don't think I did. No.
Personally, this is a little contrarian, but I don't even really like asking if people have liens because sometimes it just runs them off. We can figure all that out with the title company. Um, Trying to find this paper
Oh
that
yeah,
would show.
bro's got quite a few properties in Bowling Green too. Is he looking to sell any of those, or only the ones in Louisville?
No, only this one. I
Okay.
told him I'd still love to speak to him about the other properties once we do get this one going in motion. Take a look at those, see what we could do with those.
Okay.
So I didn't close the door on that one fully.
How did you find this person?
That's a mess.
Let's blast. You know that. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Did you ask what other offers he's got?
Yeah, he said he got an offer about 3 years ago for 85. Let me check. Yeah, 3 years ago he got an offer for 85.
Yeah, I mean it's tight. It would definitely be tight, but there are people buying houses in the hood as is if they're ready to go, and if they already have a tenant in there paying 1,500, that's like a good standing tenant. How long have they been there?
Few years now. He said the lease went expired about a year ago and he never renewed it. Doing month to month.
Is this
A few
zone,
years.
or is this like I don't know, because I've never seen a house quite like this. It's got these two doors here, these two entrances. It's kind of like a multi-unit thing, or what's the deal here with the two side doors? Or you got this main entrance and you got the side entrance here. Is this common out there, Aaron?
It was likely a duplex, probably that he's combined or just decided to have one person stay, and there's one staying in the top, one's on the bottom. And that's also something to definitely dig into because there's plenty of houses in that area where one unit will be trashed and the other unit's ready to go. And they won't even, a lot of these sellers won't even tell you hardly anything about the bad. They'll just tell you all about the good. And so it's like, well, now we got to come in and we got to fix the whole unit. Does that make it still worth 75? But something else you can do too is I'm punching it in now. You can go to calculator.net. You can Google mortgage calculator. And if we put the home price of 75,000 with a down payment of 5% with a 30-year loan term and a 7% interest rate, 'cause that's about where we're at right now. Property taxes at 1.2%. That's pretty safe. Home insurance around 1,000 a year, give or take. We could say 1,200 to be conservative. Um, and
You said home insurance 1,200.
yeah, just to give or take about 1,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then we'll say $2,000 just for securities, like small stuff that we'll have to put into the place, holding costs, whatever, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
There's always something, even if there's nothing. There's always something that you're gonna probably have to put money into. So you'd be looking at, with all that said, a mortgage payment of around 815 a month. And if you get 1,500, then you would cash flow almost $700 a month, which is pretty solid. Which it sounds actually it sounds incredible, but this area is not any good, and people expect to cash flow more because of the risk. So 700, there might be something there. It really comes down to the repairs, the tenants, and yeah, that's really about it.
All right, so at 75. Okay, so
Yeah, with
at
5%.
95. Okay, so you think there might be somebody that buys this between 95 and 100,000?
Yeah, we got something different. Yours says 962, mine says 850.
Okay, so I have the home price at a higher. So this is at 75 is where we would have it under contract for, unless we can negotiate,
Okay.
which we can always try. But if we were to dispo it, say for like 95, or let's even just say 100,000, what would the price be? That'd be 998 a month. So it'd be about 500 a month in cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
That's still fantastic, but I understand, it being in the hood, it's a rougher area. People are taking on more risk, so they may want to, have more money coming in to justify that risk.
Yeah, I think if you guys could wholesale it for around 75, if you can get him lower and wholesale it for around 75, then you really have something. Or like as close as you can get to that 75.
Yeah, we can see what we can
Yeah,
do.
because you'll see, if you look in that area, you'll see houses. I mean, you'll see some houses that are completely, now they're probably likely investor flipped and were like long-term rentals at one point, but you'll see houses fully renovated, selling between like 75 and 100K. It's not all of them, but you'll definitely see those.
I'm trying to see if we could find
Like,
any
look at that one
community.
for 65 right there. It says sold on the right side. It
This one
looks
here.
pretty new.
Oh, on the right side here. 65. Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
It's smaller than ours.
Duncan Street.
Ours is what, 2,000 square feet?
It's a
Is that
2-1.
right? 2,000 square feet here. Is double the size
Yeah.
of this house. That's
Almost feel like I've been inside of that house before.
Let's do 65,000. We'll take price per square foot, 1058, and multiply that by 2059. That puts it around 120, which is what they're saying here is 120 retail, and I'm sure that's if it's, nice or whatever. But this one, it's more looking like a rental. It's clean hardwood floors, but no crazy appliances. You see the paint. Paint's all right. Doesn't look like any cosmetic damage. It's clean. It's clean. New kitchen, at least. Backsplash looks nice.
Granite countertops.
Yep. But it's also vacant, so we don't know how much this could rent for.
Refinished floors.
Maybe there's some price action here. All right, so it looks like maybe this got rented out for 1.1, and somebody paid
that's about right.
65 for this. So let's do the math, right? Let's go back to that mortgage calculator, and let's type in 65,000. I think that's how we can do it. 65,000 is the same scenario, so that's 742.49, and let's just call it 750 in expenses, and then we'll take 1,100, and then we'll subtract 750. So that's 350 a month in cash flow. Somebody was willing to, make on this rental property. So I think there might be someone if we did it at a higher price point, because even at 100,000, they're still making 500. You see the math on that?
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. You probably won't find a crazy amount of interest, but you might find, if you sell it to someone, it'll be to someone like a not very savvy investor.
It might be. That may be the case. Let's see about this one here.
Just for
Agent outreach is good for finding those kind of buyers, like kind of those kind of just retail investors.
in Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you can find I hate to sound like this, but Mexicans love houses that you can come in and fix up that they can do themselves. They'll pay a little bit more on Marketplace. Like I'm cash flowing $500 a month in a better zip code outside of the hood. So there are deals out there like that, if that gives you a better reference.
Yeah, I don't think this would be something that I'd want to keep personally, but if we could
Yeah.
sell it, then fantastic.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I say it's worth a shot. I do. You're not. Are you an agent out there, Aaron?
I'm not an agent, but I've got a couple people that would list it. I know someone in particular that's I don't know how great she is, but she's been begging me to send her deals and stuff, and somehow or another saying that we wouldn't have to pay a commission. So I don't know if that's something you guys might want to explore.
There was some guy that I talked to. I'm trying to remember this guy. His name. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be a minute. May, April. I don't know if this is.
And you kind of touched on it earlier, John. The 70% rule is very. It's it varies from investor to investor. It's more of a rule of thumb, or more of a proof of concept than a rule of thumb.
Mm-hmm.
And the same goes for the 1% rule and stuff like that. But in the hood, to feel like you got something, especially as a wholesaler, it's if you can sell a place in the West End and the investor gets to 2% on rent, and you're gonna sell that thing. You are going to sell that thing. It's a no brainer.
Okay, yes, that would be 2,000. So this is 1.5. It's close. If we sold it for 100,000 and we had it for 75, let's just say for instance we took the 0.92 and we subtracted 75,000. There's about 17 grand. Let me give this guy Hunter a call. I was talking to him on that other one. I don't know if he ever finished that deal or what the deal was, but I'll call this guy. He might be able to list this for us and everything. So let's give him a call. Let's see what he says.
Hey, it's Hunter. Sorry
Hey.
I missed you.
Oh.
Leave me a voicemail,
I was excited.
and I'll give you a shout back.
Gotcha.
You got me. You definitely got me. Sounds good. I got a potential motivation. I'd like to list or sell to you. All right. So let's see what he says. He just shot me a text. He'll call me right back. He's pretty good on that. So we'll see what he says. But hey, good job, Lee. That's what I like to see, man. Progress is being made.
Hey, man. More progress could be made. I could call him back and we could negotiate. I mean, he's he's an understanding guy. I feel like he would renegotiate
I think he
if
could.
needed be.
Yeah, and there might be opportunity there for us to do that, but I don't know if it's going to be necessary. At least not yet. 1,500 a month.
Where's his mailing address?
Said he lives 2 hours away. Which is 2 hours away from Louisville.
So he hasn't seen the inside of it in a while. Then it's safe to say.
Probably, yeah. Probably lives in Lexington. I'm pretty sure. That's about 2 hours away.
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
but far enough away for it to be a racket.
Yeah.
All right. While we're waiting for him, I'll be right back when he's restroom. But this is good progress so far. I know that call is going to be coming up here with both the lady Katie and then that other guy that we were talking to, Sal's seller. But I'll be right back. You know, we'll be back. We're going to make these calls. We're going to get it. Well, let's get this under contract today, Lee. Let's get this guy under contract today.
No. No problem.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment letting us know that you are here, you are active. I'm going to run. I will be back, and we will live stream the live seller call so that you guys can see that we really do this business. Come and join us on the Discord. It's absolutely free to join us at reirev.com or on Discord at discord.gg/REI.